All right, what's up, everybody? We back again. We're gonna break down Mykel Williams today. 6'5", 265. We're gonna bring up the SEC championship game versus Texas because I don't like using one film, but his tape from that game is really gonna explain a lot of his game. Now, this is from the first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken, and you can see right away, right there, you see why so many teams he got them traits. See, he get out the ball. Look at that. One arm. Now, you know it's just a drill, but we'll get to it, right? All right, so let's look. So, before we really get started, I want to talk about Kirby Smart. What Kirby Smart does at Georgia is a little bit different than a lot of other DCs in the nation. So, gives a lot of mint front. And a lot of mint, he's more of your DN type edge rusher. I think that's Chad Chambliss out here playing a jack linebacker, or maybe Jalen Walker is one of them. Just depending on, well, both of them can in a sense, right? It's just 3-4 alignment. Well, it's a 3-4 personnel, but you're running the men out of it with a little bit of tight front up front, right? You got tight front. So these guys like Mykel Williams and Trayvon Walker, who could have went to another school and probably just played edge the whole time, their production and sometimes their alignment doesn't always assign to what you would think, because he's going to shift into a 4-eye right here. Let me see if we can get it going. You'll see the shift. So before he even get vertical, he has to shift inside to account for his gap. These other guys at other schools, they just already off the edge. But in NFL, he's not going to be playing there. But this right here, the first clip we seen, now Kelvin Banks didn't play this game, but the next left tackle up, he going to be an NFL guy. He's at Texas playing left tackle. Left tackles don't go to Texas and play well and not go to the NFL. Right here. You see that? This ain't a Friday guy. This ain't JV. This ain't Pop Warner. This is SEC championship game. He's already winning right there. Arm length crazy. That's what we want to see. So, yeah, his production, he don't have 80 billion sacks. But when you see stuff like this, flash off the film at 6'5", 265, he's going to be an athlete. He's going to test well this week, most likely. Creating disruptive plays like this. It's a thing called the planet theory, in which you look at a guy like you look at Mykel Williams, 6'5", 265, might be 270, who can align anywhere on the D-line. He can make plays. There's not a lot of people on the planet. It's probably like 1% of people on the planet can do what he can do. This is one of his flaws at times, is that he does not have a consistent pass rush plan, but that's going to happen. When you're playing in the versatility role that he plays, when he gets to the league, he's going to get with a D coordinator, he's going to get with a D-line coach. They're going to refine his pass rush. See him right here, working inside. He has some moves. He doesn't have really a go-to move to me outside the long arm stab that you've seen him work. That's his go-to move, for at least for me right now. You'll see him right here. Let me see. I think this is a play. Yep. So he's going to try to kick him out, and he reads it and watch what he does. Surfs. Perfect surf technique. That's what I love to see. The surf technique is really hard to teach people. Basically, when they vacate, so they're going to block down or they're going to go get to the second level, you have to close this bubble. If you haven't seen any of the other videos I've done, you have to close this run bubble. If you don't, when they hand that ball off between these two, whoever gets it, Sark's a little tricky. You're going to give them a lane to run in if you don't close that down and surf it. Some D coordinators will tell you to play to the inside, play to the outside hip of whoever's blocking down on you, squeeze, and then you can redirect, right? But you don't see it here. He squeezes, feels, good play. Just little things like that, what you want to see on film out of these edge guys nowadays. See it once again. And I feel Kirby. Kirby does a great job of this. He takes these, like I said, he takes these Mykel Williams. He takes these Planet Theory players and teaches them football. And a lot of people, I want my guy to be 6'3", 235. He has to already play edge. No. Like, Kirby takes these type of players and just figures out a way to get them on the football field to be effective. Kicks inside. You see good hand usage right here and getting that arm off of him. Now, what you want to see from him right here, you want to probably see him get skinny and bring this arm and rip through so that he can clear hips. I'm in Quinn's face at that point, right? He doesn't, and he lets the tackle, even though you can see that's probably, they want to be ticky-tacky, that could be a hold, but it's not going to be a hold because he lets this guard, that's actually a guard. He lets the guard, no, that's the tackle. Yeah, that's the tackle. I'm tripping. He lets that tackle his draft stock fell, by the way. I apologize for that. But he lets him reset and get to him. Now, you see him now, he's trying to rip through. It's too late. But that just comes with having to play so many. We saw the same thing with Trayvon Walker at first. You see him in Jacksonville now. I know they picked Aiden. The Jags picked him over Aiden, and there was such a discussion about that. But these guys like this, you teach them football, you get them discipline, you get them a pass rush, and the ceiling is a lot higher than the floor, right? Aiden Hutchinson's floor is a lot higher than what Trayvon Walker's is, but Trayvon Walker's ceiling at 6'5", 270, 265 he is, running a 4.5, is through the roof. And that's what these guys get paid to do. Coaches don't get paid to just win. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger. Like, you got to take your guys and coach them. Like, I saw a clip with Mike Tomlin. Tomlin said, coaches run from coaching. That's teaching football. This is my scheme. This is what we like to do. This is what I need you to do. This is how I need you to do it. And I'm going to show you the tools to be able to do it. One of my DCs, Tennessee State, he always said alignment, assignment, technique. You have to be aligned. You have to know your assignment. And you got to be able to use your technique. Mykel Williams is still learning his technique. But you can win without technique in college. He gets to the league, plays versus some of these Trent Williams, some of the better left tackles. They're going to make him work. See him right here? You probably want to see him, and he doesn't diagnose this well at this point, but it's okay, right? Soon as he sees the getting away block, that's what I call that. I just call it, I'm getting his way for like 2 seconds to let my guard get over there. He doesn't always see the puller coming, but he doesn't really get blown up right there either. You want to see him do a little bit better job versus pullers. You see they shift him back inside. He's basically in the 4-eye. Gets a little double work. Gets held right there. But you can see he wanted to work that rip right there, which I'm not going to say he probably would have got it off, but that double team makes it a lot easier, right? See what he does here. Hand placement a little wild, but that's another thing I love to see out of a lot of these guys now. If I know I'm not going to get to the quarterback, I'm going to take, I think he got like 35, 36-inch arms. We'll figure out this week. I'm going to take my arms, put them up to create a distraction and an obstruction for the quarterback vision. That's what you want to see. Disruption. You don't want to just see somebody just not being disruptive, especially up front. Especially after we just seen what the Eagles just did to the Chiefs, right? I like that. I like that out of him right there. You want to see him probably stand his ground a little bit more. But he knows Smell Mundan is the box player, and he's going to force. So, well, he's not necessarily the box, but he's going to have to contain. He's more realistically, Starks is going to be a box guy, but he's going to play the alley right here. So what I mean by that is, well, not force. He's your spiller. he's going to spill it outside. So most of the time, whoever has contained between these two, one of them has it, they're going to contain, they're going to spill when they get put in wrong arm techniques or they get put in a technique in which they're blowing them up right there. Blows it up. Not only does he blow it up for his guy, he also gets in the way of him, which gets in the way of him being able to get around as well, right? So what does that make the running back have to do? We got one guy blew it up. We got two guys blocking one. KJ Bolden coming down. Stark's out here. I can't remember number 7 name, but he also is there. So now we have 3 hats to 1. I mean, 3 hats to 3 hats for 1. 1 blocker, 3 hats, 2 free hitters. That's the impact of what Williams did right there. And all the free hitters got to me. The free hitters got to everybody else. My fault. If it seemed like I'm a little bit over the place right now, I just seen some text messages come through. Not nothing crazy, but just was trying to read them at the same time. My fault. Let's see what he got here. Look like a quick snap, but as you can see, just the hand placement, right? Quick snap, gets off the ball. That's another thing with him. Sometimes he does not get off the ball fast. He doesn't have that first step quickness that you see out of some guys, even though he's an athletic guy. Once he gets right here, he probably really should have tried to extend with this hand, with his inside hand, but he drops his outside hand for 2 seconds, which lets him reset and get back with him. Gets a hand up, but hand placement, that's teachable. He plays a little high, teachable. He doesn't have deficiencies in places that you can't try to teach him and you can work with him on. You see that? Like right there, he's able to create that extension, that separation. You got to get some more moves with him. Once again, I love it. I love it. I love it. He doesn't just run straight up the field. Surfs and squeezes. Blocker comes, creates extension, still gets back. We love to see it. Y'all know Sark love motion. Gets the extension here. You probably want to see him work a rip off of it. Doesn't really rip. Gets up. That's what we want to see. We want to see right there, and they're going to teach him in the league. You create that extension, work your next move. But this right here, you see him, 4-eye. He in that 4-eye, right? Look at him. I love watching Georgia defense play because they communicate. You don't see that all the time out of some of these defenses. I can live with that rep because this is 265 versus 3-something. He's holding the point of attack and he's forcing the ball somewhere. He's not getting blown up, creating that gap. Sark can bring the motion. Is he going to bring the kickback? Nope. Going to block down. Not much to really watch on that rep. You see him in the 4-eye again right here. No one in the league is most likely going to play this guy in the 4-eye. Not at the way he did at Georgia. Just a little normal rush. All right, right here you see him more in the 2-eye right here. A little bit more inside. This is over a guard. Works off the guard. See, he gets consistent with stuff like that, being able to work through a progression with his pass rush moves. Surf, squeeze. Was this a dead ball? I think it was a dead ball. Nope, surf, squeeze. Now, CJ Allen got to get downhill on that. Mykel made him bounce it. He played low gear. CJ Allen just got to make that play. You want to see Mykel keep that. You want to see him keep that outside arm free. But, I mean, kind of hard to do that when you're getting hugged, right? Yeah, CJ Allen just got to see that sooner and make a play. Seeing more out here on the traditional edge. What he going to play in the league? Create extension. There you go. Got to do a little bit quicker, though. Just a little bit quicker. They're going to teach him a lead. Once he gets that extension right here and he feels that leverage point, you see that hand drop off of him. If he's going to go with that inside move, he has to go now. Rip through and get up out of there. Or you're going to have to forklift that arm up. He probably need to rip through, because if he rips through right here, he can probably get a holding call at worst. He rips just a little bit late. Well, he disengages late, shares a block, still getting held. I'm saying the guy's a physical freak, bro. Not going to win with a tackle versus him. I mean, not a tackle with a tight end. Just too much extension. Now, let me show you something about this play. I know some of y'all lining up there, oh, he got cake. Put the syrup on him. He did his damn job right here, and a damn good job of it. Gets back inside for his gap. Got 2 free hitters, because you just seen Smell Munden right there. Either Munden, was it Wilson? I think it was Munden. Yep, it's Munden. So he's back inside. He knows that he does not have to. He's not the force of the contain guy. What does he do? Gets up. Anytime we see this, it's a plus for the defense. We got 2-on-1. We got 1-on-1. How many Texas hats do you see the Georgia hats right there? I'll give you the answer. It's 3. So now we got a guy in the hole, right? And it's laying here. He can't make that play. Think that's Nazir Stackhouse? He's in the way. He's going to have to shake him. And Nazir's not the best athlete, but he's probably athletic enough to make this play, which means I have to bounce it. He's working on getting there still. Running back sees that, even though he's lost his balance at this point from, a little bit of the Bama block. But what happens? Creates more congestion. He wants to peel back now. Now we got a free hitter, another free hitter outside, and he's chasing. We got a wide out chasing the linebacker to block him. It's not going to end up well. Play made. You want to see him keep his footing on that? But he influenced the play, disrupted the play. You want to see him disengage at times, but, that's what I like to see. See, he got it. He got some moves. He just has to be more consistent in his plan with the moves. And once he won that hand right there, you got to work something off of that. If you ever, let me tell y'all something out here for y'all watching. If you ever can get a tackle in this position right here in which you're controlling his arm, got him touching the sky, you have to be able to work a move off of it. You cannot let him reset on you like he just did right there. And then he works a swim a little bit late. See, his time is just a little bit off. He's knowing what to do. He has the instincts to do that. But I think at times when you play in a defense like Kirby's mint front, in which you're playing literally anywhere from this half all the way out here at any given point of a series, sometimes it's really hard to work different techniques when you just figured you just did something to play before. You see him here, gets a little bit of a arm, realizes a screen quick, gets out there. I love it. Not stupid. See, D linemen who don't pay attention and who don't watch film and who aren't instinctual, right here, you see them, free rush. I'm going to go anyways. No. They didn't block you for a reason. Figure out why. Get to the play. I love it. I love his progression on that one. Right here is one of them plays where I was saying before, ball's already in Quinn's hands. He's barely taking his first step. Just a little bit more anticipation playing on the edge, being able to know is going to help him in the league. He won with the 2-step. Tackle tried to reset on him and knows, but the tackle knows he has the back outside of him. That's why he, works down line again. Guess what he does? When he works down, Jalen Walker's he's coming outside with the box. He gonna blow this up. Wisner gets this. Wisner's gonna have a read here. He can bend it or can butt. My fault. Bang. No. Trying to think of the term that my running back coach used to tell us all the time. This probably would be the bend. That's the buck. That's the bang, right? And what does he do? Can't bend it, so boop. But look who right there. Let him know. Let him know, big dog. I love this rep. I love that damn rep right there a lot. Let me show you what he does here, right? This is what I'm saying. Very instinctual. He looks. He's like, okay, I'm going to have Jalen coming right here. So he does not just abandon this just in case it's something else. He's squeezing that gap. Engages again. Swim. Get off me. Upfield. Get the bag. I love it. I'm telling y'all, he's one of these guys. It might take. It's just like Trayvon Walker, Greg Rousseau. They don't get to the league. It might take them like a year, half a year, year and a half. But about 25th game, when they really start to get it, it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. Works a good move. He read the screen, but still had to hold the outside. It's a Sark offense. It'll be somebody going right behind you as soon as you just run straight up field. That's what I like to see. And I think this is probably his best move right now. Just playing off pure athleticism and just off of God-given talent. It's too hard. Like it's too difficult for some of these tackles, even the tackles that are. They gotta get two hands on him. He's one arm right now. I hold my edge. Get back inside. I want some of that. Let him know. Let him know. Love to see it. He try to do that. I love it. I love it. And I think a lot of times what you see, some guys, they just win with one move. They get to the league, then they can't work that move. They got to learn another move, but they so used to doing that move all the time. It's muscle memory. At least he's trying to do something different. You know what I'm saying? He got a little bag. He's got to be more consistent with it, which is going to happen in the league. Tries to work Tries to work the DeMarcus Ware fake spin, loses his footing just a little bit. He probably would have beat him right there if he didn't. They go back over. No, George bringing something. Able to get in there. Okay. They going to line him up in the 2-eye again. What you going to do versus rush? Okay. Work them outside. Little gap exchange there. Seeing more than about a 5 here. It's him right here just in case you weren't paying attention. Now, Quinn got to get rid of that ball, but we take the bag any day of the week. You see him here? He's anticipating the screen, rushing outside. You see his eyes. You can see it just a little bit. Gets a little bit wider. Re-engages. Works the swim. It's there. It's there for him. It's just going to take, like I was saying, it's going to just take him reps. OTA reps. Camp reps. Preseason reps. game reps. For him to get in that flow, like I said, go look at Trayvon Walker and just see how much he's progressed. You're looking at a guy just like him. I love Sark for this because it's a side note. This is a play that Bama ran on Georgia when Jam Miller went out the backfield and got C.J. Allen. Now watch how C.J. Allen kind of plays a little bit better this time. See how he kept his feet moving that time. Just a little side note if you watch ball. Read screen. He reads it. And I'm going to tell you how you know he read it. I'm going to tell you exactly how I know he read the screen right here. Right. No. There we go. Right there. Soon as he feels that SWAT trying to get him off balance, he redirects. Boom. Turns inside. If who was that? Wingo? If Wingo holds on to that ball, he's there to make the play. I love it. I think, to be honest, in this day and age and spread in the RPO game, if your edge rushers cannot do this on a consistent basis, squeeze that, because if he gives that or he just runs with that and he gives that, look at that. Now it's one-on-one with your backer, which, I mean, you don't want to see that. Gets hands up, knows he's not going to get there, gets his hands up. Just creates another visual. Like right here, you see him, he kind of gets stuck working the pass rush plan. Like right here, once he sees that it's passed, if he's going to disengage, you want to see it now. You want to see him work another move now, which he disengages and tries to do, but he's letting that tackle reset. Can't let these guys reset, right? Let me tell you something about Mykel Williams. Like I said before, this week is very important for him as well because I just saw a clip saying that he played hurt all season, which I completely believe. Because he's a little nicked up last year too, but you could tell he's a little nicked up this year. You can't really tell it, but you could kind of see some guys' reps. A guy like this, when his reps aren't where they probably should be count wise, you kind of know it. He tests this well. If he tests well in Indy this week, if he tests anywhere around what Trayvon Walker did, he's going first round. Just these things I showed you on film, coachable mistakes, right? These are things you can fix. I can fix your hands right here. I can fix you getting your pad level down, get you in the shoot a little bit. I'm not worried about you having to play inside 2-3 versus the run. I know I've seen some reports they talking about he can't play the run well. We just saw a lot of plays when he's at his natural position outside on the edge. He plays the run very well. He got a motor. That first step quickness for him is going. He has it, but like I was saying, when you playing inside, you don't always want to just get straight up field because sometimes these guards, they'll maul you for doing it if you're not always sound in that. We put him on the edge, have him work off that snap count a little bit more, get him more fluid. Not that he's not fluid, but just get him more fluid before the snap. And just work with him some more on these pass rush moves so he can have that bag. He might not have to be a DPR coming in the league. He might be able to, because this is, let me see if I can find, like this was really good to me. Like, I love to see this. That's showing me that he's able to know what he's supposed to do, and he's going to create them deflections. Like I said, think Trayvon Walker, think Greg Rousseau when he came out. I think Greg Rousseau only played 2 years. He was a red shirt. This guy, he's a true junior. Think Ziggy Ansah a little bit. I think I can see that in there. Just a raw Planet Theory guy. It's not a lot of guys that's walking around that's going to be able to do what he can do and do it at an elite level. Hit the comments up. If your team, you think your team should draft him, where you think he'll go in the draft. Let me know you want to see somebody else too. Gonna try to get some more videos out before Saturday. And I'll holler at y'all.